Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. All praise unto Yahweh, Shemi Yahushai, Waharakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Honestly, brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is a quick video going into build up towards World War III. And pretty much what you got it to where is these particular nations that you got out here within the world, they are gathering their forces together now in the particular regions to have war, okay? And, you know, they all call it drills and exercises. But it's important to remember what happened, you know, during the time of 9/11 when they had a so-called exercise. And lo and behold, the very thing that they was exercising played out. And many times you've had it to where they had drills and, you know, whatever it is, in any event, even if they're preparing for it, and certainly the direction that they're moving in, and the direction they're moving is towards what's known was in the scriptures as the last war, as in WOE, okay, because the scripture says there was going to be 3 wars, okay. The first war was past, and behold, the second war cometh quickly. And we're in the time of the, rather more, 2 wars are past, and behold, the third one cometh quickly. And we're in that time where in that third is going to come, is coming fast. That's why they're doing these drills, okay. And what's happening is you've got NATO on Russian borders. Remember, when you're talking about Eastern Europe, you're not talking about Spain or Italy. We're talking countries like Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, okay, the Baltic states. And when you check out the region of these places, these are places that are on Russia's doorstep, okay? When you go along what's known as the Russian border, okay, or you go into the history and you check out when the expansion of Russia and the different countries within Europe that hate Russia because of their expansion, that is to say the edges of Russia, the very edges of Russia, the very borders of Russia. We're dealing with countries like Poland, we're dealing with countries like Lithuania, Latvia. Okay, I'm going off of memory, but pretty much those are on the borders. They border with Russia. So when you got NATO drills happening there, that's a very explosive environment to be in. Okay, that's like having it to where you got 2 boxers, and then a boxer, you know, trains at these opponents, you know, his opponent's gym. You know, the fight could kick off there and then, man. Okay, and effectively, that's what they, you know, that's what they're doing. America's basically leading these countries into World War III. Okay, so it says a massive U.S.-led, there we go, America, U.S. Okay, dealing with Babylon. Okay, which is, you know, America is known as Babylon within the scriptures. Okay, a massive U.S.-led military drill, war drill, with more than 18,000 soldiers from 19 NATO member states has begun across Poland and 3 Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And I'm pretty sure they did some similar sort of things last year too. Okay, so it says the U.S. Army, Europe said Monday that Sabre strikes 18 exercises has commenced and brings the full-scale battle simulation for service members involved to enhance their real-world military occupation and deployment logistics. And what do you think they're playing out that for? Okay, what do you think? What exercise do you think they're going to be getting involved in? They're not simulating a situation where they go coming up against Nigeria, or a situation where they're coming up against I don't know, the Fuji state or something like that. Okay, they're playing out a situation where they're coming up against Russia, man. And it's important to remember the Russians are Edomites too. So, okay, so this is what a fulfillment of the scriptures wherewith in Daniel it says this was going to be a divided house. The kingdom that Esau rules is a divided house. Okay, you got it to where one is pitting up, they pit themselves against each other, man. Okay, they fight up against each other. Okay, and the Most High set it up from the foundations of the earth that it was going to be that way, because the scripture says that what if Satan's house be divided up against himself? How is he going to stand? And lo and behold, they ain't going to stand. Okay, now we know that the elite banking families, they're so-called pulling the strings behind the closed doors, but ultimately, when you go into the history, okay, before the inception of the Illuminati, when you was dealing with guys like the Ptolemies, the Seleucid empires, There was always infighting amidst them. Now, obviously, you had the Roman state, and the Roman state ultimately had the last say in what happened. But Egypt was always coming up against what? It was always coming up against what was it? Syria, because you had Edomites living up there within Syria. That was the Seleucid Empire, and then you also had it where you had Edomites ruling in Egypt. A lot of these Egyptologists, they don't like going into that information. Okay, because for a period around about the time of 300 BC, when you had Alexander on the scene, you had white people that was ruling in Egypt. Okay, and when you had it to where Egypt was great, that was Jakes, the Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, that made it great. Okay, but that's a different story for a different topic. Going back onto these Edomites, there was always infight, man. So to the ultimate end, that what? That their kingdom wasn't gonna stand. Okay, excuse me, I got the hay fever. Standing outside for a little while, so I'm a bit sniffly right now. So it says the war drills will take place in the Baltic states on the 3rd of July, and the 3rd of June, the 15th. So, that was 2 days ago, I think. Okay, is that right? Okay, I suppose so. It says as demonstrations of the commitment. When was this posted? So this was posted on the 6th. So whatever. June the 3rd to the 15th. Okay, as a demonstration of the commitment to the solidarity of the alliance at a time when Russia's militaries increasingly threaten NATO members. And the important thing to remember is it ain't a Russian aggression. It's an American aggression. Okay, this ain't a thing of Russia's aggressing against America. They're literally at someone's doorstep saying Russia's being aggressive. Ain't that some bullshit? Anyways, this is the different things that they got out there. So they're gonna have 950 cavalry regiment. Okay, 45 brigade combat teams. Okay, and that's a team. What else have they got in there? We could pick out. Okay, so 18,000 total participants. And that's it. That's what's going to be going on out there. So it's an exercise, nevertheless. But it's important to remember the scripture talks about, before the end was going to come, he was going to have rumors of wars. This is the kind of thing that's out there with the rumors of wars. So I'm gonna say all praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Wahara, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Most you brothers be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.